TR with a solid color. Very nice.
That's $75 upcharge.
That was a great assist right there from Skip Gibson. That is the solid anodization. That's the $75, and I'm sorry I misled you for a minute.
And the all the fish graphics essentially add $200 to the price of the reel. I can tell you this: the volume of this business has just greatly increased for Abel. We all have our parcel of reels, our rods, but there's always something. There's that same guy hunting you.
I know, phone's ringing.
But after a while, when you have everything, you don't have the fish graphic of your favorite fish, and people are purchasing these, and I have a few myself, and I absolutely love them. I get an opportunity to fish with some pretty special people who become very good friends, and I love going to like Turnip Flats in Belize. And all these guys show up and their bags start opening, and there's a tarpon, there's a bonefish print. It's just pretty neat to see all this, and everybody appreciates the workmanship that went into these quality reels.
Definitely.
Okay.
And you know, I just noticed we had one of the solid
Oh, there we
right
go.
behind
Right
us, but we still
behind us.
appreciate Skip hurrying up and grabbing his.
And I see something else, if I can. We talked about the TRs. The TR and the creeks are somewhat similar. The creeks have the teardrop porting. TRs are the old traditional look with the round porting. However, same clasp on the spool and the same interior drag system with the click pawl.
A little more traditional look for that bamboo guy or the fiberglass guy, but the guy on graphite would use it too.
What I'd like to say to you is that Abel has been here for over 20 years now, producing these quality pieces. And a lot of reel manufacturers have 4 or 5 models of reel sizes. Abel, I think, when I last counted, there were 42 different models of reels. You know, whether it be a creek or a TR or a super, and in the various sizes. So if it swims, there's a reel for it.
Definitely. And you know, the interesting thing is that one of the features when you go to buy a new car, you want to know what the resale value of that vehicle is. Because we do, like I said before, a lot in the trade-up market, we know what products sell for in the what we call the aftermarket. These reels hold their value, folks. I'm consistently amazed when we go to sell an Abel product that's been used. A gentleman used to live in Florida, now he's moved to Montana. He's got a Super 12 or a Super 10, and not only am I amazed at the condition of the reel, but I'm amazed at the value that's still in the reel, because people know an Abel product is going to last forever. It's like your finest automobile or your finest refrigerator or whatever. It's going to last, and it holds its value. So, and you know, the warranty, if you ever have any issues with these reels, you give me a call here at the store and we'll get it fixed. I call down to Abel. They either send me the parts or we send the reel to them. And the folks down there are awesome to deal with. I think what we'll do, I think we've covered reels pretty much. We're going to talk about pliers, knives, and Abel's recently brought out a flashlight. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And we're going to talk about the tool right here. And let's see here. It's called the Perfect tool. And again, this Perfect tool is for the guy who wants a gadget on his vest. This is the ultimate gadget. You have everything on here. You have some wrenches or sockets. You have a bottle opener there, which is always nice.
That's pretty important.
Yeah. You got incredible nippers right here. These, you know, just squeeze them. So let's test them here. This is again 50 pound. Yeah, that was easy, folks. No effort at all. You got a sharp little knife, which I have to kind of avoid because it is sharp. You have a hook file right here. So you need to sharpen your hooks, and that's one thing I like to make sure, especially steelhead fishing, I want sharp hooks. And so I'm constantly checking my hooks, constantly checking my leader, and constantly checking my tippet. Scissors right here, and a little nail knot tool. Now let me pull that Hummer out right There's the nail knot tool right there. And you got a little ring, of course, goes to your zinger on your vest, and you've got another little hole here that you can put another ring on too. Now the beautiful thing about this thing is this again is for that guy who loves gadgets, has everything, and you want to get him something really special for that special event. It's $39.95, folks. I sell 5 of these a month. We constantly keep 5 to 6 in stock because we never know how many I'm going to sell. So very nice tool. It's called the Perfect Tool because it is near perfect. And I had one gentleman go over the Owyhee. He lost his Perfect Tool. His first stop on the way back home to Boise was to go buy another Perfect Tool. And he told me that he was so disappointed that he lost this thing, he went swimming for it. He tried to find it in the Owyhee. That's cold water, folks. He said he got down there, he couldn't see a thing. Well, that's, you just hard to see in that water like that. And by the way, I wanted to show you, it folds up nice and neat.
Yeah.
It's not big, it's not cumbersome. Again, fits on your vest, just pull it right out. And it's called the Abel Perfect Tool. It's $39.95. We do carry these in stock all the time here at the store. Just give us a shout, email, go on the live chat, whatever, find that. And now Skip is going to talk about pliers. And
okay. Other than colors and sizes, there are 2 sizes of these. Essentially what we have.
These are made right here in California as well?
Yeah.
Not here in California, but in California.
Right. All aluminum except for the cutting surfaces. And these are interchangeable blades. And they mount onto the plier, and they have a cutting surface here. We're getting a lot of use out of this 50.
We are. I won't be able to sell it after this. Is that yours or mine?
This is yours.
Oh, okay.
Off the rack. So as you can see, this is 50, and it's just one snip.
Yeah.
And what's nice when, as you know, when it gets to saltwater, big game fish, you better know your knots. And the sides on these cutting surfaces are radiused off, so when you got to pull on mono to create your knot, it's not going to put a sharp kink in the mono itself. It's radiused on the sides, so you can pull it and tighten it up. And there's a little serrated piece in here so that you can reach in and actually grab your fly, get it out of the fish's mouth. Especially like on Cuda, we don't like getting our hands right down there. And there's fine tips on them for some fine work that you're going to do to like pinch down your barb. I'll just say this: I pinch my barb on everything I fish for. It's
great idea.
If something does go wrong, and you're with your buddy and you're with a guide, and one of those hooks should go into somebody, it comes out a whole lot easier. I pinch the hooks on all my tarpon flies. That really hasn't caused me to lose the fish. It's always something else that causes.
That's a good idea for the fish as well. One thing that I'm really impressed with is the survival rate of fish caught fly fishing, especially with barbless hooks. You do less damage to the fish. It's easy to let them go. But Skip makes a great point. I was teaching a fly fishing class once, and a young lady hooked me in the meat of my hand, and it was deep. Silly me was walking behind her. She was a little out of control and hooked me. And the first thing I thought was, I pinched that barb. And I just gently took it out. She was a little upset, but I was so glad I pinched that barb, because if that barb is exposed, it's all you can do to get it out. Yeah. Very good point. One thing I want to say about these pliers too. These pliers are not cheap, folks. Have a lanyard attached to these pliers. You don't want to lose these over the side of the boat. You don't want to lose them in the river like the gentleman lost his Perfect Tool. Put
one more prop
on it. One more prop. We're holding on for a second here. Skip's going to find one more thing to show you. And once again, most of these pliers you see in the market, by the way, and there's other manufacturers who make them. They're making them offshore, folks. I don't know anybody making these pliers here in the States except for Abel.
For each size of the plier, they have a leather sheath that is just pure quality. Pliers plier slides in, and then there is the stretchable lanyard that's available to purchase. And you just put that in the holes that are in the handles that help take the weight out. Every time there's a hole or a slot in any aluminum product, it's an attempt to get rid of weight. And that's what Abel's done with a lot of their products. Get rid of the weight, but still keep the strength and the integrity in the product itself.
Definitely. Okay.
So following the pliers, this is the old standby, the Abel knife. And it's a one-handed item. There's a little peg here. You throw your thumb on, and you can open the knife single-handed.
Nice.
And there's a slide bar here that you put your thumb back on, push. That actually engages the blade itself, so it will not close. And you push that away, and you can close your blade with one hand.
Made in the States as well.
Yeah, made in the States. Again, ported. We'll do these solid as well. This is the new. This is new for. Well, it was new for 2010, but this is now the new large blade. So I'll just open these up so you get the view of the size difference. And we do serrated and we do solid blades here as well. You can order it either way.
You can get them in the fish graphic as well, just like you did right here on your pliers. And they actually sell them in a matching set, don't they?
Yeah.
Definitely. So if you want your brook trout or rainbow trout or whatever, but you want your knife to be in the same graphic, they will do that for you as well. Again, this is for somebody who wants quality and has everything, and you want to give them that special gift, or you're the person that wants that special item, because when you pull this out, folks, you're going to look good. And that's important to me. I always want to look good, Skip.
You need all the help.
I definitely need some help there. Okay, how about this flashlight? I've seen this at the Denver Fly Show, but this is the first time I've really seen it up close and personal.
Yeah. Abel has hooked up with Surefire, that is the manufacturer of the finest survival flashlights in the world. And it's got two
LED?
Two different settings on the volume of light that comes out.
Nice.
Okay.
One's like conservative mode?
One's conservative, and then it really pops up there.
Nice.
And you can leave it on, or you can twist it totally off. And then this little push button on the back, you can just have it, and when you just need it for a second, you pop it. But the light bulb itself in here will never burn out, and they'll stand behind it if it should ever fail. And it's got a lithium battery inside, so you're going to get a lot of life out of this.
Nice.
And we do this in two solid colors. We do this in this brownish tone that I have, and we also do it in the olive cast, and then we do it in, I believe, 4 fish prints, with tarpon being one of those, and I have sold a fair number of the tarpon prints already, and the brown trout.
And now, is this waterproof?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Waterproof. Now, one thing,
shockproof, waterproof.
One thing, folks, is I spend a lot of time in the outdoors. I do a lot of hunting, a lot of fishing, and lived in Alaska for 22 years, spent a lot of time in the outdoors there. One thing I realized after my very first moose hunting trip is I went home, got rid of all my old equipment, and I knew that if I'm going to be in the outdoors and you possibly could be in a survival mode, you want the best of the best, folks. That goes with your flashlight, your headlamp, your clothing, your backpack, your rifle, your scope. In this case, we're talking fishing, but this could be used as a hunting as well. This thing's just not going to fail you. And when you're out there and you need a good light, this is it. So if you have any questions about Abel or anything regarding Abel and their accessories, give us a call here. The number is right here at the beginning, but I'll give it to you again. It's 208-454-8188. Find us on the web at www.anglershabitat.com. And when you get there, if you just want to live chat and say hello, you'll see how fast we do answer. We try to answer you within 30 seconds. So thank you much. Have a great day, and tight lines.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.